So for you, as a Chelsea fan, what are the highs and lows of the season for you?
Hmm. Well, I prefer to start with the lows, yeah, because there have been so many this season compared to when Tuchel just came in, and it starts with the Ukraine versus Russia, the war, saying that the oligarch, that's Roman Abramovich, was the previous owner, and it, I think the his involvement with the war and the accusations of
Is
his
he really
involved
involved?
the accusations, let me say the accusations with his involvement in the war, it kind of tilted the concentration of the whole football club, and he affected player performances, in my opinion. You know, we started to pay more attention to will he leave, will he stay. Started the performances, the news started to affect what was happening on the pitch, and kudos to the players for still trying to stabilize the ship, but there wasn't a lot they could do. He really, really, I feel like he played a huge part to how Chelsea performed this season. Um, the lowest point for me was I'll say it was a defeat to Brentford.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a
oh.
defeat to Brentford because I mean, losing 4-1 at home was terrible. I used to be of the mentality that Tuchel always has a season deflating result everywhere he has coached. Last season it was West Brom, came to Chelsea, and the result was it 5-2 or 4-2? I can't really remember. And this year it was Brentford this time, and he just took away the brilliance of Anthony Rudiger's goal, which I think just won the goal of the season for
Yeah.
Chelsea. Yeah, so the Brentford defeat, the our signings, Romelu Lukaku, I would never have believed in. I would never have believed I'll put my house or I'll put my properties or I'll put whatever it is I have in my possession to gamble and say Lukaku would have been a perfect fit for what Chelsea were trying to achieve. But we all got disappointed. He started like a house on fire. His debut against Arsenal, he scored his debut at home against Aston Villa. He scored, put his Reponza on the floor, scored, and I thought it was going to be glory, glory, hallelujah from there. But all of a sudden, we are speaking another story. And then the injuries to Chilwell and Rhys James, it had a lot to affect Thomas Tuchel's system and the way Chelsea play.
Yep.
You know, his first season at Chelsea, a lot of his philosophy was based on the ability of the wing backs, to join the attack and also to maintain the shape in defense. And Ben Chilwell was a perfect fit for what he achieved. Won the Champions League, and but this season, that injury against Juventus was just what you know took 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 a lot of shine off Chelsea's performances. And then Reece James picked up an injury as well. So we had to go through another season of having Marcos Alonso as our wing back, who I feel, in my opinion, it's time to leave because, yeah,
It seems like he's leaving at the end of the
yeah,
season.
I think so. I also heard rumors have been flying that there's been heated arguments between him and Tuchel at halftime against Wolves. So I think his days at Chelsea are numbered.
Will you want to have Thomas Tuchel for next season? Like, do you think he's still the man? Don't forget that you guys are having a new owner now. You don't know the thinking of those people. But it does look to me like Chelsea have become a very boring team. I know that the excuse of the war in Ukraine, Roman Abramovich relationship with Vladimir Putin, I see that as just a media thing. Is Thomas Tuchel who we thought he is, or he's been found out?
Thomas Tuchel is one of the best tacticians I have ever come across.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, which means you've not come across a lot of tacticians.
No, I have. Trust me, I have. There's this thing about okay, I don't want to single out a nationality, but I have a serious affinity and likeness for German managers. You know, I like Klopp, I like I like Tuchel,
You don't have more than 5 German managers that have been successful.
Hansi Flick, Jogi Löw, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Carlos Rummenigge, what team did he coach? It's someone else, management.
Sorry, that was management. Franz Beckenbauer.
Okay.
You know,
Captain of the World Cup
yeah,
team
captain
and
of
winner
the
of the
World
World Cup.
Cup, coach of the World Cup winning team too.
1990.
Yes. I could say Otmar Hitzfeld as well.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
Yeah, I could say Otmar
Reminds me
Hitzfeld.
he's a great coach.
Yeah, I could have said Felix Magath, but the downtime of his
Career.
managerial career, you know, started to have so many blips, and so I can't include him. But you know, Germans are tactically adept. They are hardworking. They like to work.
Yeah, it's a German thing.
They get the best out of players. You know, you have to be physically fit. You have to be aware of you have to be aware, positionally aware. You have to be tactically aware. So if you say Thomas Tuchel has been found out, I don't think I agree.
Well, I believe in this theory until a certain Ralf Ragniak, the
Father
mentor of
football.
Klopp and
Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel, the guy who invented football, the one who know how to press, and the one who told us pressing is pressing. There is
Yes.
no half pressing.
Yes.
So it's like pregnancy. You're either pregnant or you're not pregnant.
Yeah.
And then he went to Manchester United and
I think Ragnick. I like to tell people a story about Ralf Ragnick and his time at Schalke. You know, he took them to the semi-final of the Champions League.
yeah.
And they lost to a brilliant Manchester United team, you know, under Ferguson. But Ralf Ragnick's philosophy of game pressing improved RB Leipzig. He took over when they were 13th and qualified them for a spot in Europe. You know, and back to his time at Schalke, he worked with brilliant players like Manuel Neuer, you know, Raúl. He worked with Kolasinac, Hamid Altintop, you know, some really good players. And we could see, taking it back to that season, we could see the kind of football he was trying to play. At Manchester United, Manchester United have too many problems, and I will not judge a coach's ability on how Manchester United are performing as a team, because Jose Mourinho had his problems at Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had his problems at Manchester United, Louis van Gaal had his problems. They just seem to have not found themselves yet after Ferguson. So could Manchester United
Could we
be a
say that
problem?
Manchester United is a coach destroyer right now? It's a coach killer.
Yes, they are a coach killer, and I'm scared for Erik ten Hag. I'm worried for him. I'm very worried for Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag is another manager who is inventive with how he wants football to be played, and he's also a manager who is responsible for one of the most exciting Ajax teams in recent history. You know, semi-final of the Champions League, lost to Tottenham with barely seconds to go.
Yep.
You know, so Ten Hag has to be careful about that move to Manchester United, because post Alex Ferguson, I don't know if Jesus Christ was manager of Manchester United, he would have his problems.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.